I'm ready.
Okay.
What does democracy mean to you?
Democracy is very important. Democracy is supposed to be governing of the people, by the people, for the people. Sometimes that isn't the way our current democracy works. I don't think that we are at the moment being governed by the people. I think that wealth and corporations have much more say in what happens in this country than do ordinary people from the street like you and I. That being said, I think that people like you and I can definitely do something to help democracy, because I see democracy as really being a community thing and contributing to our community and contributing to our country. And I think that everybody has a responsibility to do that.
What do citizens need to do in order to sustain democracy?
Basically, just what I said. I think that everybody has to realise that they have a responsibility to their country and to their community. I remember visiting Washington DC and looking at the Kennedy Memorial and reading the words, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but rather what you can do for your country." And I think those words are really wise, and I think that there are some in our community that forget that are always looking for this country to do something for them rather than the other way around. I really do believe that every citizen has a duty to their community and to their country.
What are the consequences for not fulfilling these obligations?
If we don't work together and we don't work for our country, then our country becomes poorer. It becomes poorer not just economically, but it becomes poorer morally. If we are to evolve and become better, then we really do have to look at helping each other.
How does our democracy contrast with Egypt and Syria?
Egypt and Syria don't have major democratic parties like we do. They do have democratic parties, but many of them rule with violence, and unfortunately that is a common theme in many countries, not just Middle Eastern countries, and it's a sad state of affairs. I don't think that power is being able to destroy somebody else or somebody else's beliefs or somebody else's ideals. I think that power should be, directing and leading by example, is what I think.
What is currently happening in the United States that may be threatening our democracy?
At the moment, we have two major parties. And we also have a problem with those two major parties that you're probably aware of, that they don't seem to be able to work together successfully. Both of them take on adversarial roles, which is not